with our 2003 Chevy Suburban. Now, passenger in the vehicle, who was my daughter, slammed the door about a week ago, and when she slammed the door, the entire door lost power. So we thought it had to be something with the door itself, and of course, like any good shade tree mechanic, we went online, went on Google, and started Googling complete power loss to the passenger door. But what it turned out was that not only does the passenger door not have any power, the door locks don't work, the window does not go up and down. Fortunately, it's in the up position. The controls for the heated seats are on this door panel here, and the seat itself, the power seat doesn't work. So we lost the door, we lost the control for the door, we lost everything, and we lost the power seat as well. What was really odd was that we also lost our remotes. So the remotes don't work anymore for any of the doors. And you can't control this window or this door lock even from the driver's side door, while the driver's side door can still control the two rear doors and the driver's door. It's not controlling this. So I did a little bit of Googling, and what I came up with was that everything that runs through this door sort of runs through the driver's door, how it's wired. I don't know whether it goes there first, then comes here, or comes here, and then goes there, but the driver's door has something to do with this door. Not only that, but I did find a technical service bulletin from GM for 2003 Chevy trucks, GMC trucks, whether it be Suburban, Tahoe, Yukon, Yukon XL, Silverado, Sierra pickups, the whole pickup line, including Cadillac Escalade, 2003, have a problem with the body control module and the door control module losing some kind of communication, and they said that the fix is to bring it into the dealer, and the dealer uses their fancy computer dealer stuff to reestablish the communication between the door module and the body control module. Some people online have reported that they've spent anywhere from $144, I think was the cheapest, up to $400 and change at the dealer for a couple of hours diagnostic work to not get it fixed. Then some people reported that the dealer did fix it with about 2 hours diagnostic work plus whatever parts were included, and it was the door control module that was bad, or it was the driver's door control module that was bad, or it was the body control module that was bad, which is a big hit. Now, still continuing to Google around, I did find other people saying that they found a cut wire in between the door and the dash where that wire goes down, that was their problem. Some people reported that they unplugged it, and this is a common thing for GM vehicles, that they unplugged it, cleaned out the contacts with contact cleaner, and plugged it back in. But one GM dealer mechanic did chime in and say, hey, listen, the easiest way to try to fix this, the first thing you should do is disconnect your battery for a minimum of a half hour, and then reconnect your battery and see if the vehicle itself will reestablish communications between the door control module and the body control module. A lot of times it will, and they say that's the first thing when you go to a dealer that they do, and they're still going to charge you, an hour minimum diagnostic labor just for doing that. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to disconnect the battery, let it sit for about a half hour, 45 minutes. I'll even let it go an hour just to play it safe, and then connect the battery back and see if communications were established between this door control and the body control module. Hopefully that fixes our problem. This is a very common problem. You're going to laugh when you Google it, or if you're here, you might be Googling it and coming up with me, but it's a common problem for these 2003 Chevy trucks. They're not sure of why it's only the 2003. It doesn't seem to be a lot of information on 02 or 04. It seems to be specific to 03. Nobody really knows why or what part should be replaced to positively identify it. It's one of those mystery things, and GM has quite a few of them. So we're going to see what we can do here and try to figure it out. I'm going to disconnect the battery, and I'll be back with you in about an hour. All right, through the magic of video editing, an hour has passed by. Had the battery disconnected. It's now reconnected, and I got the door open. And let me try the door. The car's not on, so I'm just going to try the door locks. And nothing. Of course, nothing. Let me try the seat. All right, the seat's actually working, and the seat wasn't working before, so I guess it reestablished a little bit of communication maybe, so maybe now we know it won't be the body control module, hopefully. The next step in the troubleshooting, in my own troubleshooting guide, from all the posts I've seen online, was this door switch. They said to disconnect the door switch, so I have it apart, and I'm going to pull these wires out of the door switch. They're pretty loose fitting wires, they're just a little squeeze, and they pull out. Alright, now this is, this switch panel here, they actually call a powered door module. So this is everything for the door. There's no other module inside the door besides this one. It's just the wires coming in, and they all go to this guy here, and then to their respective place, whether it be the door lock, the mirror. Now the mirror, I can adjust my mirror on the driver's side. I can adjust the driver's mirror. I can't adjust this mirror, but yet the directional in the mirror still works. So you got me there. I don't know. It's electrical gremlins like anything else. There was one post online that said their door lock actuator had shorted out, and the door lock actuator actually caused the whole thing to malfunction, just like we had. So I'm going to start plugging these in one at a time. I wish I knew which plug was for which thing, so I could try to rule out different things. But I'll plug them in one at a time and see if I could get any difference in here. Alright, nothing if I'm plugging it back in. Another one of the troubleshooting things was to disconnect your driver's side door module and see what kind of difference, if any, that'll make. And that's what we're going to try now. Alright, so with the door module disconnected on the driver's side, I'm going to see if anything on the passenger side works. Alright, I guess I'm going to start the car up, and maybe starting the car might have something to do with it, I don't know. Starting to run out. Alright, well, after reattaching both switches, starting the vehicle up, letting it run, nothing. We're at the same thing. And at this point, I'm sure there's somebody yelling at the screen saying, check your fuses. And yeah, I probably should have started with checking my fuses. So I'm going to run through all the fuses and the relays and see if there's something specific for the driver's door. I didn't read anything online about that, so I kind of like, you know, glazed over it. But we're going to check the fuses, and I'll get back to you and let you know what I find. Alright, well, after checking every fuse in the vehicle, and there are a lot of them, checked all the fuses under the hood, checked all the fuses in the side of the dash. On the driver's side of the dash, there's a little fuse access panel. They're not really clearly marked. They do have abbreviations. One is marked PDM, which could be power door module, who knows, but I checked every fuse, pulled it out, looked at it, put it back in, just to check and confirm that all the fuses were good. Every fuse is good. So, what do I come to? Well, I'm kind of stuck in between. It's just one of those weird electrical gremlins that I'm going to figure out eventually. So what I started to do is, if I don't know if you noticed at the beginning of the video, but both of my door switch panels, the plastic is broken. They just break over the years. In my other truck, I have a broken one also, but these are both broken. So now, when this door went dead, it was when it was slammed. And what happens when you slam the door is you slide these things in and you push them as much as you can, and when you slam the door, they pop out. So they pop out and they do this, and this keeps hitting and bouncing around. And it's been doing it for, it's probably about 6 months. I've been meaning to put them in place and silicone them in, sort of glue them in, so that when you need to take them out to make a repair, you can just slice the silicone with a razor blade. If you use clear or a gray silicone, you don't notice it, and it looks pretty good. I never did it. So just thinking that when it happened, it was a door slam, that it might be, you know, something wiring inside the door that's causing. So all I did was take out a test light, and I checked this top connector here. It has 4 heavy wires. One's a power, one's a ground. 2 I can't figure out what they are, but the big fat orange one is a power wire, and when you do probe it, the light comes on. So I know I have power coming into it. So what I'm thinking is that this is possibly a bad module. Now, if I had it, I believe they're around $100, so I wouldn't go out and buy one for troubleshooting purposes, but luckily enough, we have another 2003 that my wife drives, same panel. So what I'll do is I'll pop this one out and pop hers in here and see if that helps. Otherwise, we're gonna have to take this door panel apart, and I'm gonna have to pull up some wiring schematics online and start troubleshooting and going through the wires. All in all, it's gonna be one of those electrical gremlins. It's gonna be probably tough to figure out, but we'll keep you posted in the next video when we finally figure out what's wrong with this thing, get this thing fixed, and I'll tell you exactly what I did to find what the problem was. It's a common problem. You know, Google it and look it up yourself. If you've run into it and you know what I'm going through, please comment below and let me know. Otherwise, that's all we got for today from Axel's Garage. We'll see you next time.